Hi, hello and welcome to this demo. Today we're going to talk about change data capture and how to make it work with Apache Kafka using Red Hat AMQ streams. So in this case we have an enterprise application built on PHP that is sending some orders and records into a database. We want to also be able to index the orders that we are saving into our enterprise application so we are able to query those faster using tools like Elasticsearch. You might consider implementing changes in your PHP code to store into the search index. The problem is what happens when suddenly you are not able to insert your orders in the database. This results in your index not having the latest information from your database because Elasticsearch cannot participate in a distributed transaction as it uses HTTP REST API. Most of the time we strongly advise against making dual writes with data. What can we do to solve the problem? Here enters implementing Debezium for change data capture and Apache Kafka. Now we will use AMQ Streams component that allows us to deploy an Apache Kafka cluster easily just using Kubernetes custom resources. We want to deploy a Kafka Connect that will allow us to start connectors to simplify the replication of data from the source database to our Apache Kafka cluster. With the resources ready, we can deploy the Kafka Connect cluster. We go back again to Add from Catalog and filter for Kafka resources to select Kafka Connect. We will replace the content with the following code. Click on Create. Now you can see the status of the topology view. We can follow the progress of the deployment on the pods logs, where you can check that it was successfully deployed. Debezium is the upstream project that provides change data capture connectors for Red Hat integration. This is a project that provides connectors for Kafka Connect and embedded mode for querying the transaction log for different databases, so it can capture the changes in the rows stored in the database. Then convert those changes into events to be pushed into Apache Kafka. Therefore, we can configure the connector to listen to the enterprise database and store the changes into a specific topic to replicate the orders in the database. Back to the topology view, we can deploy the next element. Click on Add from Catalog, type Kafka, and select this time the Kafka connector. We replace the content with the following configuration. To finalize, we click Create. This will start a connector in the Debezium Connect cluster. Back to the topology view, we click the Debezium Connect and then we can check the logs where we are able to see that the connector has been started and is now monitoring changes from our table. Now we are ready to start listening for changes in that specific table from the database. Now that we have configured the Debezium connector, we can start inserting data. We will click on the Open URL to show the old enterprise application that we certainly don't want to touch. For this demo, I'm going to load a single order from a file. Let's use this one called single order to insert one order in the database. Let's click on the load file. Now we can see that there is now one record in the orders table with the following details. Now that we have loaded this order, we need to check that it was correctly stored in the database. Go back to the database terminal and let's query. Select from dbo.orders. It shows our records right here. Here we can see that all topics were created correctly. The DB history, as well as the dbo.orders topic. It's time to check that the topic received the record sent by Debezium. Back to the topology view. Click on User Kafka to log in into one of the broker pods. Go to the terminal and we will use the Kafka console consumer connecting to localhost as we are in the same pod where the broker is running. Let's read from the topic db.dbo.orders, receiving from beginning. The command should return the information stored in the topic, where we can see the record we expected. In these minutes, we demo how to take some records from a database using Debezium, reading from the transaction log, Hope you liked. Thanks for viewing.